Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most butterfly-inducing kisses in teen movies. Since some of these moments happen at the end or at other crucial points of the film, consider this your spoiler warning. Number 30, Bianca and Wesley, the DUFF. The DUFF wins by employing several of our favorite tropes.
Where are your girls at?
Who wants to know?
The only man in your life.
Wesley, you wouldn't be in my life if you were the only man left on the planet.
We've got childhood friends who dislike each other now, and bonus points for being neighbors, a changing room montage, a love triangle, or maybe it's more like a love square. And of course, the big homecoming scene at the end. Bianca and Wesley, as they begin to reform a friendship that goes beyond the exchange of banter, unexpectedly kiss. It comes at an inconvenient time considering Bianca just got her crush to go out with her. But Bianca and Wesley are the couple we're rooting for anyway.
A little peace offering.
Oh my god, Wes. The dress?
Yeah.
You didn't have to do this.
I never should have called you the Duff, okay? That was stupid.
The kiss that really steals the show comes at no better time than homecoming, when the two shed their labels and admit their feelings.
Aren't you gonna go get your crown?
No. I'm gonna get the girl.
Number 29, Veronica, Ronnie L. Miller, and Will Blakely, The Last Song.
Will, I did not come here for some stupid summer romance.
This movie is a little difficult to rewatch, knowing the tumultuous relationship that would develop between Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth in the subsequent years. But 2010 us could simply not get enough of The Last Song.
Ronnie.
We got to see Cyrus excel in a role that held a little more weight, and got a few passionate embraces out of it too. The best of them has to be when Ronnie finds out about Will's past. She doesn't want to be just another one of his flings, and he assures her she is not.
Will, don't you dare make this about me. You and I both know this is not my fault.
The 360 spinning around them, the glow of the sun, the pure emotion in that kiss, it hits all the right beats and makes us feel all the things. Number 28, Scott Pilgrim and Ramona Flowers, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. This movie is a lot of fun, and not just because of the whole video game concept. The labor of love that went into this is evident in practically every frame, thanks to the clever editing, animation, text, and creative use of sound.
Scott Pilgrim?
Hi, I was thinking about asking you out, but then I realized how stupid that would be. So do you want to go out sometime?
Scott and Ramona's kiss comes early enough in the film, and it's surprisingly sweet. You know, if you ignore the fact that Scott hasn't broken up with his girlfriend yet. Still, the animated hearts and bandmate in the background give this moment a little something extra you just won't find in many other teen films. And the moment that follows is quite endearing too.
It's been like a really long time, so I think I needed this, whatever it is, so thank you. You're welcome.
Number 27, Beatrice Tris Pryor and Tobias Ford Eaton, Divergent. In the teen books to movies canon, Divergent is certainly up there.
Thoughtless.
We like to forget about the series ending altogether, so we can enjoy the first movie, and this kiss, in peace. It happens in the aftermath of 4 letting Tris see his worst fears in the simulation.
Tobias, just trying to help you to be better.
They'd already grown pretty close by this point, with 4 having found out about Tris's divergent status, but this strengthened their connection even more.
I want to be brave, and I want to be selfless, intelligent and honest and kind. Well, I'm still working on kind.
After all, nothing says I trust you like letting someone in on your biggest fears and childhood trauma. Number 26, Matthew Kidman and Danielle/Athena, The Girl Next Door. While this was marketed as a teen comedy, its content would have you believe otherwise. Still, The Girl Next Door has been cemented as a cult classic and is definitely a product of its time.
I've just done so much nuts stuff. I mean, it's just off the hook, off the walls. I mean...
You haven't done anything, have you?
No.
After a rocky introduction, Matthew and Danielle spend some time together getting to know each other better. It's clear there's a connection there, even if Danielle is a bit reticent. She brings exactly the sense of adventure Matthew wanted for his senior year. It's at a party where he finally makes his move, and it's spectacular. Despite the turbulent developments to come, this moment always steals our breath away.
Excuse me.
Number 25, Andy Walsh and Blaine McDonough, Pretty in Pink. They just don't write him like Blaine anymore.
These hands will remain in these pockets, I swear to God. Look at me here. Come on.
After he and Andy go on their first date, the night ends with a major sore spot coming to light. Andy doesn't want him to see where she lives. Wealth status is an overarching theme in the movie, but Blaine stomps his foot right in it.
I'm really sorry for bumming out the night for you.
Didn't bum out anything. Had a great time.
Liar.
I was with you. I had a great time. If I was in a Turkish prison, I'd have a great time with you.
Not only does he comfort her so effortlessly, but we get a wholesome promposal and a kiss that's not quite as innocent.
Feel any better if I asked you to the prom? I mean, I know the prom's kind of lame, so if you don't want to go, it's really no big deal.
The ardor can be felt right through the screen, and by the end, we're letting out that same scream Andy did. It also sets the scene for the swoon-worthy prom smooch at the end. Number 24, Elle Evans and Noah Flynn, The Kissing Booth.
Come on, relax, Sally. It was just a kiss.
While this series may not be the most elegantly crafted of stories, it definitely has some great makeouts. When Elle and her best friend Lee host a Kissing Booth fundraiser, things go astray, and Elle ends up a blindfolded candidate. Noah, as he has one too many times, comes to her rescue and they kiss on stage in front of everyone.
A romantic song came on and I was like, oh, what's gonna happen? But until it just didn't, because...
We can't imagine what was going through Elle's head when the blindfold came off, and much less when they went in for another round. The way it's shot, with the 360 spin and sparks flying around, makes this moment pure magic. Like it's really only the two of them in the world, despite the fact that they're still in front of everyone. Number 23, Mia Thermopolis and Michael Moskowitz, The Princess Diaries. He loved her before she was Amelia, Princess of Genovia. And that is the mark of something real, folks. To be loved is to be seen, right?
Why me?
Because you saw me when I was invisible.
Plus, there was the whole foot pop thing, which we will never get over.
You know, in old films, whenever a girl would get seriously kissed, her foot would just kind of pop.
After Mia reconciles with Michael, he shows up for her the way he always has, and the two share the most fairy tale kiss ever.
Really the same person, and yes, I will have to live in Genovia a little bit, but I'm still gonna go to school, and
The magical ambiance of the whole scene, coupled with the tension of the years of friendship and suppressed feelings between them, makes this one for the books. Number 22, Katniss Everdeen and Peeta Mellark, The Hunger Games.
Katniss.
No. I'm not gonna leave you. I'm not gonna do that.
The stress of survival and the prospect of imminent death are definitely things that can push two people together. In the case of Katniss and Peeta, though, there was something there long before they entered the arena. Though this kiss doesn't line up super neatly with the book's version, it's every bit as moving. Peeta's on the verge of death when it's announced that the medicine he needs will show up at the cornucopia. The question over whether to go is non-existent for Katniss, but Peeta is steadfast in his opposition.
There's no way I'm letting you go. Peeta, please. Stay.
It wasn't always clear what parts of their relationship were being played up, but we know this exchange was right from the heart. Number 21, Peter Parker / Spider-Man and Mary Jane MJ Watson, Spider-Man. While there are tons of other Spider-Man kisses we love, We'd be remiss to give this entry to anything but Sam Raimi's iconic upside-down smooch.
You have a knack for getting in trouble.
There's so much to love about this scene, and it's no wonder it's been cemented in pop culture history. It's pouring rain, Spider-Man has just saved MJ again, and she nearly made out his identity.
Do I get to say thank you this time?
Wait.
All the quick action followed by this slow, soft scene makes us feel so much. Kudos to these two for managing to make something that could have been so awkward a romantic moment for the ages. Number 20, Augustus Gus Waters and Hazel Grace Lancaster, The Fault in Our Stars. Almost from the very start, we knew that The Fault in Our Stars was going to be a tragic romance. Considering the two leads are both suffering from life-altering types of cancer, it should come as no surprise that there's no happily ever after here.
Hello, my name is Hazel Grace Lancaster. And Augustus Waters was the star-crossed love of my life.
But Augustus and Hazel do manage to share many magical moments together, one of which takes place in the unlikeliest of places, the Anne Frank house in Amsterdam.
I can't think about the misery, but about the beauty that still remains. Try to recapture the happiness within yourself.
They share a kiss after being moved by Frank's experience, and the setting adds an extra layer of tragedy to an already devastating story. Number 19, Edward Cullen and Bella Swan, Twilight.
How did you get in here?
The window?
While Bella and Edward undoubtedly have the strangest courtship on our list, him admitting to watching her sleep is not exactly cute, the movie makes us look past that with their undeniable chemistry. After Edward sneaks into her room and admits his feelings for her, they get carried away in a passionate embrace after some intense anticipation. As things escalate, Edward throws himself across the room, telling Bella,
I can't ever lose control with you.
It's the line of all lines, and one of the most memorable moments of the series. Number 18, Samantha Sam Button and Charlie Kalmekis, The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Whether you read Stephen Chbosky's emotionally effective book or just saw the movie, you know that The Perks of Being a Wallflower tugs at the heartstrings.
You've never had a girlfriend? Not even like a second grade Valentine?
Nope.
Have you ever kissed a girl?
No.
Charlie is understandably in awe of Sam, and in this scene, she offers him an emotionally complicated kiss, saying she wants his first to be from someone who loves him.
I know that you know I like Craig. But I want to forget about that for a minute, okay?
Okay.
There's a bittersweet quality here because this kiss is not meant to be the beginning of something, which is what Charlie clearly wants. Still, a kiss between two friends can be something truly special.
I love you, Charlie.
I love you too.
Number 17, Katie Heron and Aaron Samuels, Mean Girls. The primary storyline in Mean Girls isn't a romance, but rather a tale of the relationships between teenage girls. But the subplot involves Katie's interest in Aaron Samuels, who just so happens to be Regina's on and off boyfriend.
Why do you wear your hair like that? Your hair looks so sexy pushed back. Katie, will you please tell him his hair looks sexy pushed back?
While their relationship is complicated and Katie doesn't always go about things the right way, by the end, our protagonist is back to her normal self and ready to focus on treating Aaron right.
How's your stomach now?
It's fine.
Do you feel nauseous at all?
No.
At the spring fling, the two share a dance and kiss after she makes things right with Janice and Damien. Number 16, Josh Lucas and Cher Horowitz, Clueless. If you can't get past the fact that they're former step-siblings, which we definitely can, Josh and Cher are one of the most iconic teen movie couples of all time.
You look like Pippi Longstocking.
You look like Forrest Gump.
While Cher spends much of Clueless trying to matchmake for others rather than focusing on her own romantic life, by the end, it's clear that she and Josh are meant to be.
Oh my god. I love Josh.
Although earlier in the story he has disdain for her and doesn't seem to quite get her, she eventually manages to impress him with her own specific brand of wits and kindness. The two kiss on our house's elaborate staircase, making for a memorable ending.
Well, you can guess what happened next.
Therefore,
as if I am only 16 and this is California, not Kentucky.
Number 15, The Goodbye Kisses, The Breakfast Club.
You see us as you want to see us.
In the simplest terms, the most convenient definitions.
After a day spent in detention, nothing is the same for the rebellious teens of Shermer High School. They've all defied their expectations of one another and formed bonds that no one could have anticipated.
I consider you guys my friends. I'm not wrong, am I?
Before saying their goodbyes, Allison, the basket case, and Andrew, the athlete, share a slightly awkward smooch despite their very different social circles. Then Claire gives Bender one of her earrings as a symbol of her affection, and the two embrace in a move that seemed incredibly unlikely just an hour and a half earlier. Number 14, Lana Skinner and Bennett Russell, Candy Jar. This Netflix original movie is a classic tale of enemies becoming lovers. Lana and Bennett start out as competitors because they're both hell-bent on being the president of their high school debate club in order to get into Ivy League schools.
I've participated and placed in more total events than he has, including the state tournament.
I've also raised more money than she has for our program and for our school and for that lovely building across
Oh,
the
no,
way.
no. You don't get to buy your way to the top with your mother's Rolodex.
But as the movie progresses, they become friends, and while working together, they end up sharing a kiss just before the big state tournament. Bennett is left wondering what it meant because Lana prematurely ended the kiss.
The debate is this weekend.
Right.
In the end, however, it's clear that their relationship is more important to them than any competition.
You think I like you? Well, damn it. You might be right.
Number 13, Alex Truelove and Elliot, Alex Strangelove. At first, Alex Strangelove seems like it's going to be a love story about Alex and his longtime bestie, Claire.
Excuse me? Sorry for spying. Is that a blue-ringed octopus?
Wow. You know your cephalopods.
But Alex soon starts to question the identity he's built after meeting openly gay teen Elliot, who expresses clear interest in him.
Sorry, I'm a little obsessed. That's okay. I like a guy with strong opinions.
The first time they kiss, Alex reacts negatively and leaves in a huff. Over time, though, Alex does some deep introspection and realizes what he really wants.
I invited him. I didn't think you'd mind.
On prom night, with Claire's encouragement, Alex overcomes his fears and kisses Elliot in front of everyone.
Look, Alex, I really don't...
There have been a whole lot of prom night kisses in teen movies, but this one feels fresh and modern. Number 12, Ellie Chu and Aster Flores, The Half of It. The Half of It is certainly an original love story, with high achiever Ellie making extra money by writing love letters on behalf of ineloquent jock Paul.
I just need a few words, good ones.
I'm not writing to Aster to some girl. It'd be wrong. A letter is personal. It's supposed to be authentic.
The thing is, though, the object of Paul's affection, Aster, also happens to be the girl who Ellie has a crush on. Though we don't get to see Ellie and Aster actually entering into a relationship, they do share a kiss after Ellie boldly initiates one. It leaves us on a hopeful note that the two may work something out in a couple of years after college.
I'll see you in a couple years.
Number 11, Laney Bogs and Zachary Zach Seiler, She's All That.
You know, I made that bet before I knew you, Laney.
When Zach, played by Freddie Prinze Jr., foolishly made a bet to woo the school's resident artsy loner Laney, played by Rachel Lee Cook, he didn't think that he would actually fall for her. But of course he did. It's a rom-com. After she finds out about the bet and has her heart broken, Zach comes and finds her on prom night. He apologizes for his behavior and for ruining her big night. Laney forgives him as the two dance in her backyard, and she gives him the kiss of a lifetime.
Be silent. Be still. Be silent.
Zach.
What?
Shut up.
Number 10, Tessa Young and Hardin Scott, After.
She took my hand and led me out of the darkness and showed me that whatever our souls are made of, hers and mine are the same.
Anna Todd's novel After was a sensation when it was released, and the steamy adaptation garnered many new fans for Tessa and Hardin's story. This is certainly not a chaste high school romance, with the characters being slightly older college students. While there has clearly been sexual tension between our two protagonists earlier in the movie, it all comes to a head when Hardin takes Tessa to a lake and they admit that there's no way they can be just friends.
I thought that you just wanted to be friends.
I don't think we can ever be just friends.
The kiss they share is a passionate one that kicks off their relationship. Number 9, Peter Kavinsky and Lara Jean Covey, To All the Boys I've Loved Before.
All by yourself out here?
even though it only came out in 2018, the hot tub kiss in this Netflix phenomenon became an instantly iconic one in the Teen Movie Hall of Fame. While on a class ski trip, Lara Jean takes a chance and accepts Peter's risque invitation to hang out in the hot tub. Ever the good girl, Lara Jean jumps in the water wearing her nightgown. But she's ready to break the rules when Peter gives her a very steamy kiss that's even hotter than the water's temperature. This one definitely warrants an instant replay.
There's no one like you, Cubby.
Number 8. Katarina Kat Stratford and Patrick Verona, 10 Things I Hate About You. We've never had as much fun watching two people who hate each other fall in love. Kat and Patrick have one of the best courtships in teen movie history, and their kiss at a paintball park is still one we want to recreate. Still showing off their rivalry, the couple played an intense game of smashing paint balloons on one another before falling in the hay and into each other's arms. But even after an extensive kiss, Kat was still on her A-game and smashed another balloon into Patrick's head after they broke apart. Playful and cute, this kiss is definitely the most fun on our list. Number 7. Ron Weasley and Hermione Granger, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2.
You do it. Yes, you can.
We watched Hermione and Ron grow up over the course of 8 movies, but at times it seemed like they'd never actually get together. But luckily for us, the high stakes of looking for Voldemort's Horcruxes finally allowed these kids to act on their feelings for one another when they both moved in for a kiss. It was the culmination of everything we've been waiting for, and the moment was perfectly executed when they broke apart and laughed playfully. Their friendship and respect for each other shone, making the moment all the more romantic. The kiss in the book may have been even better, but who's counting? Number 6. Torrance Shipman and Cliff Pantone, Bring It On.
You remember my friend Torrance, right?
Popular head cheerleader Torrance and the alternative new kid Cliff didn't seem like they'd be a natural fit, but this odd couple is one of the best pairings. With their natural chemistry and bantery flirtation, it wasn't hard to root for them despite him being the brother of one of her squad mates. That's why it's so satisfying when Torrance finally kisses Cliff at the big cheer competition. We love to see our heroine take charge, and it felt both spontaneous and earned. She may have lost the trophy, but she got her man.
So, second place? How's it feel?
Feels like first.
Number 5. Samantha Sam Montgomery and Austin Ames, A Cinderella Story.
Austin, what are you doing?
Something I should have done a long time ago.
A Cinderella Story starring Hilary Duff and Chad Michael Murray is a cult classic, and for good reason. Though it is a retelling of a romance story that we're all familiar with, there are plenty of twists and turns to keep us guessing. With Happily Ever After on the horizon, Sam confronts Austin about his behavior.
Okay, I know that you think that I'm just some
Coward. Phony.
Okay, just listen.
No, you listen. You turned out to be exactly who I thought you were. I never pretended to be somebody else. It's been me all along. And it was me who was hurt in front of everybody.
At the big football game, he kisses Sam in front of everyone, affirming his feelings for her, despite their different social classes at school.
I'm sorry I waited for the rain.
It's okay.
Of course, this movie had to have a classic fairy tale ending. Number 4. Simon Spear and Abraham Bram Greenfeld, Love, Simon.
Can I sit there?
The setting can make or break how romantic a kiss is, so it's important to pick the right location to maximize the feels. At the end of the movie, Simon tells his mystery crush that he'll be waiting for him at the carnival, and the two meet on the Ferris wheel. It's the prime location for his crush to unveil his identity, since onlookers gather to see Simon land his man. The movie plays up the tension, as his crush leaves Simon waiting until the last minute. But when his friend Bram shows up, it's worth the wait, and they share a steamy kiss while the crowd cheers. Number 3. Samantha Sam Baker and Jake Ryan, 16 Candles.
Good wish.
It already came true.
Everyone knows that a girl's 16th birthday is an important one. But for Molly Ringwald's character Sam, it was almost ruined by her family forgetting it was her big day, since it was overshadowed by her sister's wedding. But thank God for Jake Ryan, the adorably perfect jock who saved the day by rescuing Sam from the wedding. Jake topped himself further by getting her a birthday cake, and then giving her the kiss of a lifetime before she even blew the candles out. Jake proved that the most romantic gesture isn't always the grandest one, but the one that shows real thoughtfulness. We're still gushing at how sweet this one was. Number 2. Sam Coulson and Josie Geller, Never Been Kissed. Just like the Love, Simon kiss, but with even bigger stakes, the baseball field kiss from Never Been Kissed tugs at our heartstrings because of how vulnerable Josie is. After writing a newspaper article where she outs herself as being an undercover reporter, she invites Sam, the teacher she was crushing on, to give her the first kiss she's been waiting for in front of a huge crowd at a baseball game. It's a high-pressure scenario, and just when it seemed like he wouldn't show up, he swoops in at the last second. The kiss is captured with a sweeping 360-degree shot, and it validated the inner Josie in us all. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Romeo Montague and Juliet Capulet. Romeo and Juliet.
Saints do not move, though grant for prayer's sake.
Then move not while my prayers effect I take.
Upon locking eyes with each other through a fish tank at a crowded costume party, it was game over for our 90s Romeo and Juliet. The doomed lovers had the most epic case of love at first sight. Romeo stole Juliet away for a moment of privacy and kissed her in an elevator. But that wasn't enough, and he later snuck outside her window, which led to an even more swoon-worthy kiss when they embraced in the pool. Everything about the sweeping sequence was lush and cinematic, and so convincing that it kinda made us believe in love at first sight too.
This bud of love, by summer's ripening breath, may prove a beauteous flower when next we meet.
Which kiss gives you nostalgia for high school romance? Let us know in the comments.
Did you do when I asked you to be nice?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.